Greetings, everybody. I hope you are resonating high as always, like I always tell you and teach you to do so. It is very important. You feel this energy, man. I'm always super excited all the time, man. I always want to get it down and make sure that I give you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This video is very, very important, guys. I just want to take out this belt. I'm comfortable with the belt when I'm out, but the moment when I'm in the house, like I really don't like. I really hate having a belt on my belly. Oh no, on my belly. I don't know. Fuck it. But anyway, I hope you're resonating high, guys. I've got my candle here. I've got my incense. I want to introduce you to something else, man. Do you guys know like charcoal? This is charcoal. You know this is very, very important. You usually burn this within what you call any incense, like something like this in pep. It is very, very powerful, man. When you burn it in this way, I'm just gonna show you now. When I burn it, just invite some proper energy field around the room, the atmosphere. I've got my red candle. You know how it is. Let's resonate high, man. Let's increase our vibration every day. Every chance you get is all about increasing your vibration. When you increase your vibration, you're also increasing other people's vibrations as well. Each one teach one. You know the saying, right? You got to know it. You got to know it. There's a lot happening, man, in this world kind of right now, man. And I just want to, if I can say anything else, I just want to talk about this Ukraine thing. I've been saying so many things about the Ukraine versus Russia. It ain't real, man. It looks real. Yeah, it does. I mean, like, in order for you to make people believe that whatever that's happening is happening for real, there has to be people that have been mistreated. There has to be people that have to die. There's like casualties. The small price to pay according to the government because they don't care. They just push it there. And it's really it is really sad. And right now, as I see, they're like pressurizing and they want black people to react because this fake war, does not involve us, the people of color. However, the way they're mistreating carbon beings in Ukraine, they're like pushing each and every black person to engage in this whole thing. It's like with this Black Lives Matter, that's just an agenda, man. If I were to tell you the deep history of it, why everything happened that way, man, I'm telling you, a lot of you start to insult me. Like, no, man, they're talking crazy, talking bullshit, man. Like these people, they plan these things, guys. And that's what happens when the government is like when the government is slowly losing power or the system, right? They want to make sure that they rattle people's emotions so that guys can be caught up in the middle of the whole situation. And you hype up the energy. Like, for example, they're telling people, pray for Ukraine, pray for this war. Do you know what? Every time you make those prayers, where your prayers are going? They are making, the moment you start to pray, right, those prayers are making the system even more stronger. They are like taking your whole entire energy. There's a lot going on, man. It's just deeper than this fake war. And I'm still advising people, don't be caught up in this whole situation, guys. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Stay the hell out of it, especially if it's not even affecting you. There's something which you need to know about the candle, right? There's something which you need to know about the candle. The higher the flame goes, it is the higher your vibration is. The lower the flame is how your vibration is. That is why whenever you light a candle, you have to properly first align yourself. You can't just start lighting a candle for the fun of it, because you want to do it. Yeah, you know what? You have to be aligned properly with yourself, man. Be in tune with yourself. Don't have those negative thoughts, any problems, and don't take all of those those emotions when you light a candle, because they will reflect upon that. This means when you light a candle at a low vibration state, that's how the light will be, at a low vibration state. And whatever it is that you're going to talk about, man, it's not going to actually give you that reflection of what you want to have at that moment when you make an interaction with the candle. Candle is very sacred, man. There was this lady who I was consulting with, and she asked me, yeah, Ra, so when you light a candle, how should it be done, you know? Because usually there's a form of respect, especially because there's two ways of lighting a candle. You might light a candle just for the fun of it, or you're lighting a candle because you want to communicate to the ancestors. Of course, when you want to communicate to the ancestors, I usually advise women to wear a duke, you know, as a form of respect, and wear a long dress. And when you wear a long dress and cover your shoulders as well, you know. When you address your ancestors in that manner, because remember, you call them out when you start speaking and calling the praises and all of that. They stand right there in front before you, and they don't want to see you blunt naked and all of that, especially for a woman. So there has to be a form of a respect, you know, so that when they come over you, they're able to actually have that presence and a connection with you. So usually when you light a candle, you must just put on a duke. As a form of respect, and it's for men, like even if you can like wear a jacket, make sure that your arms are not visible. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you, in our tradition, if there will be a negotiation, as a woman being around the present, you can't just rock up with the jean. Literally, you cannot. You have to wear like a long dress, be respectable, cover your shoulders. If you don't want to see your boobs, you know. You cover your head with the duke. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific duke, but anything that is like covering your whole entire body, so that we know that we're in a form of respect. So does it apply with men? Men, when they do negotiations, they have to wear like a jacket, something that is presentable as a man, to see that this is a man. You know, this is a man that's here, was in part of the serious negotiations. You know, those formal things, they also take part whenever you communicate to the ancestors. You know, you don't just do it anyhow the way you feel like it, but it is what it is. It's just one of those things that you always have to show respect. And the very most important thing, whenever you switch off a candle, when you turn off a candle, you don't have to blow it off. When you blow it off, it's a form of a disrespect. So what you do is like use your fingers and then just switch it off. You know, that's how now you show respect to your ancestors. Yeah, it is what it is. So I just want to, this is how you use this charcoal, right? So it has to burn, ignite it. You can use it with the candle. The moment it catches fire, see now it's burning. You know what I'm saying? The moment when it starts to burn, as you can see, then you can put it, and on top of it you can light your incense. Just want to show you. And then the whole incense will start to burn. Just makes everything easy, and from there the incense will start burning. As you can see, just put it on top of it. So I just want to bring some light energy within this atmosphere, so that whenever we are doing this internal light, things turn up in a positive vibration, in a positive way. See, now it's silent. The charcoal is lit up. Now it's very important when your incense does this, it has to go like straight. It is a significant that I am properly aligned. But the moment when it goes different ways, man, that's not good, man. That's not good at all. Your incense has to actually go and be aligned and connected with your ancestors that are within. When it goes straight way path, then whatever that you speak, you can speak existence, and it makes everything easy. It just makes everything easy. I said it. So these are the things which you have to always be in connection with. I always tell people that if you want to cleanse your whole aura, you can just usually do this, you know. Cleanse your whole entire aura. You speak to the incense. Blessings to you who's watching this. Blessings to you who's watching this. I'm calling upon the powerful, great energies to be with you all the time. I'm speaking life and existence in your life. Your spiritual ascension is going to reach your higher self, and it is going to be a very beautiful thing. Reflect positively into this energy as I give it to you. Let it be that you resonate high, and if you are on a process of enlightening the rest of the people, then so be it. Let it be done without any blockages within your internal spiritual path. Let everything flow according to what you want it to be. All your manifestations, they shall come true. All your manifestations, they shall come true. With this light and love within your whole entire family and bloodline, everything is going to work out well for you. I never thought I was going to do this, but I just did it anyway. I hope everybody receives utmost energies and the blessings through this instance. Now, I once said it that I'll make this video on YouTube, and a lot of people, I think they heard, some they didn't. But this video, there's a lot that's happening, and I've been traveling very deep, and the ancestors have been communicating with me, and I've been taking time to make this video, because I just still wanted to collect some more information from the ancestors as they pass through this information to me, to pass it through to everybody else as well. The aim is to actually stay ready and connected. You know, you are the spiritual beings that are very powerful, and you possess the mighty power to the point that nobody wants to expose the truth for you. The only best way is for you to go out there and get it yourself, man. And I always advise people that if I'm able to get the information which I'm supposed to share and spread with you guys, you can also do the very same thing. It's all about the practice. And look at this. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. This is so beautiful, man. This is so beautiful. This is positive. This is positive light right here, man. Positive light for you and your family. Everybody who's watching this, anything that is locked in your life, let it be a blessing right now today. I'm giving you the utmost blessing, the anointing, and the power within. Use it wisely and let your manifestations grow. Be internal. Remember, the power is not in here, the power is inside of your mind. So if you master yourself, you will master everything, and you'll be able to conquer anything that comes in your life. But anyway, without wasting time, I really love the smoke. But yeah, so the ancestors have been communicating with me, and it's been so many messages that they've been passing through to me, and parts of it, there's a book maybe I might actually start to write about something very deep, but just that I don't want to make any promises, you know. But I'm thinking about it. There's a lot of information. This information that I've got now, I have to put it in the book. Unfortunately, I can't tell to people right now. This one has to be something that lives for the longest of time, you know. But I know that I'm still owing you guys a book, which I've promised. The book is done. Everything is okay. Just that now I'm just still waiting for a right time. You know, I don't want to make things just like this. I'm still waiting for a right time. When the signs and the guidelines are being shown to me, then it will be a proper time for me to actually release, and everybody will have the connection with the book, and you will grow internally and externally as a spiritual person, you know, to find yourself. But go back. Let me just, I really need to get this smoking in the way for now. If you're watching this, please practice this yourself. Just do it for like 2 minutes. Just roll your eyes, and then let your tongue touch the roof of your mouth. Do it for 2 minutes, man. Focus on your first eye here. Just have that focus there. Just do it for 2 minutes. You don't have to hold it very long. If you're only doing it for like 5 seconds, you can just Because you know what, practice makes perfect. The more you do that, then one of the days you'll do it for like even like 30 minutes or an hour, you know. So as I smoke this, please be in tune with yourself and get ready for the downloads which I'm about to give you. This video is going to be very short. It's going to be very, very short. I'm not going to make it very long. I don't want to lie to you. This thing can be very addictive, you know. And I wouldn't advise people to actually do it that much. Usually it helps if maybe you are, how can I put this? It can help for people who have got piles. You know, get people which when they go to the toilet and they can feel inside that there's something they want to release, but when they go there, it doesn't happen. But the moment if you start to do this just by smoking it, just a little of it, it's okay. And then a few moments you'll actually go to the toilet. It'll just make things easy. Because the thing is with this is the or text is very, very sacred, because it opens and channels. It opens the channels of your chakras so that everything can be able to flow properly. You know, many people use this to see people's future. Right? By just smoking this, they're able to tell someone else's future, and they're able to tell them and guide them what they need to do, what not they shouldn't do. I'll teach you more further about this, because there's a lot of them, and like there's even one whereby if you want to see who's actually bewitching you, that one is not harmful. Well, you just smoke it, and then you'll have a dream and dream about the people who are doing witchcraft on you. It helps. I know someone says, why must I know, man? It helps, man. It really helps to know who's your enemy, where you stay. You know, it really does help you. And usually these things happen to people whom you always, you make sure that you take good care of people. And then people always have some ways to come to you and pour those negative energies in your life, man. And you should actually be careful and know who's doing that, you know, so that you can always be on guard, man. Not everything you have to go and consult. Not everything. I'm not talking bad about people. I do consultations as well, but I never want people to go and consult for some little things which you can able to see for yourself. You know, I don't like. It shouldn't be like that, man. There's some things which you can be able to see, man. So when you use such potions, you are able to tell who's doing witchcraft with you. I can advise you on one thing, that you can usually, if in your yard at night, you can like take clean water, and then piss on it. Right? When you piss on it, you mix everything all together. That's again, you get like a so you can sprinkle the whole house inside and out, sprinkle the whole yard. I'm telling you, man, if there's anybody who's doing witchcraft on you, you will dream about that person. The person's gonna come and tell you that, yeah, I'm doing witchcraft on you. Even if the person does not become direct, what happens is that person will confess something that is related or her or him linked to any sort of witchcraft that has ever been taking place into your life. Try it. Try it for like 3 days if you have to. Try it for 3 days. I'm telling you, man. You will see who's doing witchcraft on you. It will come in the form of a dream state. I'm still experiencing people who are having trouble of dreaming. You have to really be exposed to the sun, and you need to start growing your hair. Locking your hair if it goes extreme, you know. But when you do your sun gazing, and make sure that you sleep with an empty stomach, let's say maybe eat at 6 o'clock, and then you don't eat again. You just eat light things, maybe your apple, your banana, you know. And try to sleep as early as you can, because sometimes when you sleep very late, you won't dream. Try to sleep as early as you can. And then before you sleep, you should actually do this. And then do your meditation for like 5 minutes, right? You focus on your first eye. You tell your mind that tonight you want to dream about anything that is good, you know. Well, might not happen in just a day, but if you train your body, I mean, if you train your mind to do that, then it'll obey to what you want it to do, you know, and then things will just flow properly, man. You've got potential, man, because I always say this to people: if you don't dream, you are dead. If you don't dream, you are dead. You have to dream. That shows that you're living, you're here. You know, you really have to dream. It's not like a lot of people are like, nah, me, I don't dream. They're okay with it. No, it's not good, man. Somebody's doing witchcraft on you. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what's hitting you. You don't know your enemy. But when you have your internal connection with your spirituality, your spiritual force, then you're able to tell how to dodge a bullet, how to survive, which steps to take, which yard to enter, which yard not to enter. You know, you don't want to carry negative energies all the time, man, because like I am telling you, spend your whole entire days consulting. You see, with people that I'm consulting, if you come to me more than 5 times, it depends what situation it is. But if you come to me more than 5 times, I'm going to tell them, listen, you have to consult us to someone that try to get someone else to consult with you, especially if you're not getting the help that you are hoping to get from me. Because it's one thing, people will like do consultation, and then when you tell them to do things, they don't do them, man. So if you're watching this candle, some of you might be looking for protection. I'm blowing the protection to you. This protection is for you. You're getting highly connected with your ancestors. I'm giving you a share of protection and activating a protection soul to protect you each and everywhere you go. Blessings. Now, let's get to it. Right? I'm very sorry about that. A lot of you might be asking yourselves, why am I always drinking from this cup? There's the silver, right? But it's stainless steel. So this purifies the water. It's like copper. You know, with your tap, when it is copper, when it runs out, I mean, when the water comes out of the copper, it gets out cleansed. So it is very a purity. Usually you can like put like crystals, and then just purify the water. There's another way to clean your water, man, of any negative energies. You must have like 2 glasses, hold them like this, right? And then do this for like 2 minutes. You know, you pour on an empty cup, you fill it up. The water that's here has to be filled up on the other glass, and then you do it like this. It has to be like an extended of. The moment you do that, you're changing the particles of the water. Swipe, you just do it for 2 minutes. You're changing the particle of the water, that any form of particles that left the water are going to actually be absorbed back into the water. How you do this, you activate it through the air atmosphere. The air atmosphere is capable of changing the energies of whatever resource it has. So when you keep on exchanging it like this, you're purifying your water. It goes back into a natural state. You can try this. Just have a glass of water, put it aside, and purify the ones which I told you how. First, drink that water that you've never purified. And then after you drink that one, you really need to tell the difference, even if you write it down. And then after you do this for 2 minutes, drink this one. I am telling you. You'll see yourself. You know, guys, I'm not bragging about this information. I know a lot of things, just that I don't share. I don't want to share a lot to you guys, because, you know, some deeper information will just scare you. So resonate high. The pure essence of light that is within that comes from the dark force. The true light is the darkness. The true light is the darkness, but they've fooled you to think that the darkness is evil and all sorts, because when a person is unable to comprehend and understand the darkness of the nature, they're going to be afraid of it. And they taught you to be like that so that you can always stay away from it. You know? That whenever that they introduce something to you that is so powerful, they always put a dark image. a monster, so that you can actually shy away. So they firstly program you that these are monsters, they are real, they are alive, and they've got capabilities. They've got capabilities of destroying your whole entire life. And then after that, they advertise all of those good things that are positive but reflect in a negative way, and how that's how your mind is going to project things. You know, a mind is very easy to be manipulated. You understand? It is very, very easy. What you do, you teach your mind to be programmed in this way, and then it will do the rest for itself. That's how powerful the mind is. It is so powerful that it even gave itself name, brain. The only organ that named itself, brain. It has always been brain. You know, so it is very powerful that they program people into having a fear mode state, to the point that you create your own thought of anything that you resemble it as negative. Even though when you're about to receive a positive energy, you always regard it as something negative and evil. And you have to change the narrative. You have to understand that the darkness is the true energy of light, because out of the darkness, there's a pure essence of light. How pure is it? It is pure because out of it, when it comes out of that darkness, it is pure and not tainted. That means it is not a second-class energy. It is a first-class energy. That is why people who use dark matter are regarded as very dangerous, and they put it and label it as evil because they are afraid of it. Because when you're having that dark nature activated, which is your melanin, neuromelanin, carbon, 666, protons, neutrons, electrons, when they're activated, you're activating that power. Now, the best thing they do is to make sure that black people don't actually play with that, because they know that they are using it behind the scenes to control you. And that's how they're controlling the whole entire people, the population in this world. So it is what it is, man. You really have to teach yourself these things, man. You know, nobody can teach you but yourself. I can only guide you to do the rest for yourself. That's how I'm programming your mind to find itself in the darkness of light, because out of it is a pure essence of light. The light which you've been exposed right now, I'm having a ring light, right? This light is false, is not real. It does not exist. The light that you see every day is not real. It does not exist. The true light is the darkness, because out of it is the pure essence of light. That's how we came out to be in a manifestation form. We manifested ourselves into this reality and manifested everything that we created out of the light through the darkness. That is why every time for you to understand this knowledge, you have to return back to your true sense of the darkness. Then when you do that, everything takes effect. Take it from me, I am the sun. The sun is dark, the sun is black. It is melanin. Everything that you see right now is black and dark. It is melanin, but it is so creative to the point that it is able to adopt a positive light that comes in different colors. You know, you get people who have like different neuromelanins. It's one and the same thing. It's something that reflects like trees. Before, we used to be green, red, and blue. You know that Avatar movie, they were talking about us. The Matrix, all the supernatural movies, man, they're talking about the black people, melanin. But they don't want to tell you straight, because they're using those programs to reprogram your mind and make you think that everything that's there is just in the movies. But it is something that has happened for real, that keeps on happening in a different dimensions and levels of spiritual realms. It is what it is, man. You really have to awaken yourself to your higher sense. Reality, that's who you are. That's what you are. Can't run away from it. Every day your shadow follows you, because you really need to get direct contact with it. That is why I always tell people, do your shadow mirror work. When you do that, now you get connected with your darkness self. When you get connected with your darkness self, you will never be afraid of anything. Any information and downloads that you receive are going to come pure to you with a deep understanding who you really are and how much power you really do possess as a black person. I don't like saying black person, but for some other people, that's how they understand it. But we are carbon beings. We are carbon beings. Different colors. But the one true color that we are is carbon, the creation of all. We created, and we are the creators of the creation. Everything that you see that exists today, we created it. It is what it is. So I just want to tell you this, guys. You really need to prepare yourself. What's going to happen, what the ancestors have been telling me, is this. In the Bible, the Christian Bible, there's what you call, what's this? Damn, I forgot, man. I forgot this word. Something related to abduction, being abducted. Where it talks about the people, when the chosens, when the time comes, they'll just disappear. The rapture, yeah, the rapture. Well, the rapture is not the way how you think it is. However, it is something related to it. So there will come a time, the ancestors are telling me to tell everybody that the 144,000 people that are chosen, 144,000 people that are chosen, they're gonna get absorbed in a different light of reality through channel means and dimension portals opening. There's a lot that's going to take place into this planet, and some of you will not have to be a part of it, especially if you've been resonating high in your vibrational state. You are to disappear in two ways, right? Well, the system will try to hijack by having the spaceships which they've created, they've gained knowledge from the aliens, technology, how to create those the spaceships, which they're actually currently doing now, abducting people. Some people are disappearing, some people are having chances to come back again. It just depends. So it's a form of, when people disappear, there will be the ones that have been taken by the government for preserving them for what they want to turn them into weapons for their own weapons of destruction. And those are most likely the people who will be resonating in a low vibration state. You understand? Those people won't be taken by the utmost true light of energy. However, they'll be taken by the government. Now, the ancestors have told me that there's going to be two ways where people will just disappear. Some of you will be taken by your ancestors through different spaceships of light, right? And some of you will have to actually be taken and been absorbed by the ground. You get what I'm saying? You're going to be absorbed by the ground, and that will be like a channel activation portal that's been opened, been taking you on a different side of the light, where you have to be secured and protected, so that when everything that happens, the destruction that happens in this planet, when everything goes on to the reset, you will be then have to come back and breathe into new different species. You understand? When that happens now, all the souls that will be lost, because remember, for as much as everybody is resonating high, activating their DNA and raising their consciousness awareness, there will be those who will die. But the goodness of this is when they die, when I don't want to say death per se, because death does not exist, but by you being absent of this planet for a short period of time, there will be people which, when those who are chosen, will have to come back and give birth to the souls which died, are conscious about their own reality, finding their true enlightenment about who they really are. And then those people are not really talked about in most history. It's some information that is hidden, but there will be people who have to come back through the birth of giving new life to the existence of this planet. Therefore, that way there will be different high intellectual genius beings that will exist on this planet, but on a different plane of dimension, right? The reason why the ancestors are telling me to tell you this is because this is something serious and is real. So you're not by chance you listening to this video right now. You are chosen for a specific reason, and you have found, some of you have found that, and some of you are still heading to that line. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And part of this information, I always tell people that the closest that you can get to the universe is to the water. The water has like billion light years that is as it exists in the particles of the light, spiritual aspect. When you're in connection with the water from the ground, you are getting connected with the universe itself, because all those light years have got the high utmost information within. You know, you can literally read a lot information in the water when you tap into it, right? Literally, you can actually be in a meditation state. That is why some of you always dream being in the water. That's how you get trained to get information, so that you'll be able to understand how, when a person comes to you, how you need to help them. You understand? So the billion light years that are connected with the water is all the information that you need. That is why it is always wise when you do your meditation, you drink a lot of water. And that is why these people have poisoned the water, because they know how much powerful the water is, that it can actually activate your chakras by just drinking a lot of water. Now, they poison the water so that it does not do that work. It actually does it in a negative state. That is why every time when people drink water from the tap, it has got fluoride. You have to Google what fluoride means and what's the whole power of it when it comes to the first eye. So when you drink a lot of water, then it actually calcify your pineal gland. And that is why I always tell people, do a sun gazing, because when you do a sun gazing, you're decalcifying your pineal gland. Now you're making it to be pure, to remove all the toxins that comes with the fluoride in the water. Get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of information which you can get from the water. It's like billion light years, man. There's so many beings inside of the water that have all utmost of information, the particles of it, the creational substance. That is why that you have to understand that where there's no water, there's no life. If there was no water in this planet, there could never be life ever. In order for you to be able to inhabit other planets, there has to be water in it. That is a significance of life and light. So it is very, very powerful. And I'm telling you guys that this as much as you can, because I know that there's so many people who want, like, what you call this, confirmation and all of that. And the people who are like, no, me, I'm waiting for Jesus Christ going to come. No, man, you are your own savior. You must save yourself as a person. Nobody's going to come and save you. No one is going to come and save you. And you really need to understand this. I'm having trouble for people to understand this, that it is highly impossible that a white person will be a fully ascended master. A white person is not even a race. You know what I'm saying? They know it. Some of it, they know it, they're in denial of it. But white people are not even a race. So in order for you to be a fully ascended master, you have to be of a melanin body. Carbon, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's how you vibrate even high. You get what I'm saying? You get easily connected with the nature, because that's who you are. But the system has taught you not to be a part of nature, to regard it as something that is so negative. It's a pity that people now are not much more exposed to the trees, the highest and the tallest trees. Whenever you're in that circle, you feel the energy changes, the atmosphere changes, the pure essence of light becomes different. Even your body starts to elevate. Your body starts to activate as well. You start to feel like you're floating high. And for more people who have been doing meditation, you should actually give this to a test. Go be in a forest where there's like tallest trees all over around you. You'll tell the difference. The way when you walk, your thoughts and everything that you project is going to be entirely different. That's when now you get the silence in your mind and get connected with your higher internal self. And that's what the system doesn't want you to know, and that they don't want you to be exposed in that life reality. They don't want that. They want to keep you in this box in your house, whereby you are limited to get all the energies that you need. They gave you shoes to wear. They gave you clothes to wear. Do you know how this thing is against the law of nature? Because whenever you walk with your barefoot, the electronic magnetic that is overflowing on the ground and the energy of the sun, because, I mean, like, people always think that the sun is all known. The sun is everywhere, underneath as well. So the charge comes in within your legs when you're walking with the barefoot, and you start to get connected like a tree when it's connected in its ground with the roots. When you get connected, you're feeling each and every energy that requires you to rejuvenate your cells and to restructure your whole entire physical body in a spiritual, mental, and physical plane. So the moment when you wear shoes, you cut yourself from that opportunity. I mean, like, walking with your barefoot, it even slows down your aging. All the sicknesses won't catch upon you easily. You'll have a stronger field of energy, because that's what this is all about. It's all about energy, man. The stronger your energy, the stronger you are. The weaker your energy, the weaker you are. And the system is training you to be weak every day. And the more you become weak, to the point that your energy becomes and drops even lower than the lowest of itself, then it's easy for you to be programmed. You'll be like a robot. Narrow-minded. You'll be like narrow-minded, always looking this way. You'll never ask questions. You never even try to find out about anything. You know, you always be like this, follow what they're telling you. You don't even know what you're following. So, wearing shoes is against the law of nature. Wearing clothes is against the law of nature. You know, because remember that whenever you are exposed, right, as an embodiment of nakedness, you are getting the particles of energies that are getting inside of you. Naturally, you're absorbing all of those light energies within you. And they purify you and activate you and make your body to be so light to the point that you're able to reach your higher self so easily. You get what I'm saying? So It is something that people who don't have melanin, they don't have connection with. But you, who has got the carbon melanin, you have the highly utmost connection with. So, for example, typical example, I tell people you need to do your sun gazing. Look into the sun with your eyes. People are like, no, man, I don't want to be blind. No, in fact, there are people who are able to even heal their eye vision through sun gazing. They told you that it creates cancer in your body because they've made you believe that you are like white people. That only reflects to white people. It gives them skin cancer. The sun is so powerful amongst white people that it can even kill them. And we are heading there. I don't want to say this, but there will come a time when white people will turn and go back to their original state. Like literally. They'll be like so small like this. You know what? I don't even want to say it, man, because I don't want to. I don't want people to think that I'm body shaming anybody, but it is what it is, you know. It's gonna happen. So you really need to take advantage of this because the ancestors are getting ready to actually absorb all the chosen ones, so that you can be saved and be protected for what's coming. So that when all that has to do with the reset is over, you come back and breed into the new generation. I mean, not generation, new species. Because we are the last generation, new species. And from there, we will be living on a higher stance of energies, 5-dimensional world. When I always say to people that the planet is going to separate into two, there's going to be like a 3rd-dimensional world, which is aka hell, and the 5th-dimensional world, which is high vibration heaven. Understand? It goes there even more further. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Every time a dimension is activated, it is a strand that is activated. What I'm saying is this, that a lot of you now that we're in our 5th-dimensional world planet, your strand DNA is on the 5th mode, right? Naturally, everybody is emanating from the 2 strands, understand? And there's a few selected that have like even higher strands of their DNA. That's how the light body gets activated, you know, the neuromelanin within you. So every time we move into a higher dimension, it is a phase of a strand being activated in your DNA. And that strand comes with the specific abilities, specific powers, and specific senses. You know, there's no limitation in this whole thing. There's no limitation. It's all about upgrading. And I always tell people that you being on this planet, it is very fortunate. You are very lucky, and you are very powerful. Many beings that are highly spiritual beings are afraid of this low-dimensional world. So you came here specifically to train. And the moment when you resonate even higher, you're going to be greater than the spiritual people that have never been in this planet. It's evidence that they've been doing a training. So when you do this training, you are preparing, we are preparing ourselves for something else. So that's how things get more even interesting. You know, it's a hype of energy and dimensions increasing in a higher state of your conscious Christ being. So it is what it is, man. Like, I just wanted to pass on this information to you guys that you really need to take this thing serious. It's not a joke. I know that I've changed so many people's lives, and I'm very happy. I'm glad. But for me, it's not enough. Literally. I'm existing on this plane. I look like you, right? But let me be honest with you, man. I'm not like you. That's the lowest I can be, so that you can be able to get people to understand the spiritual life force. You get what I'm saying? So you really need to be activated, highly vibrational as you are. And when we talk about your diet has changed. A lot of you now, you feel like you can even go like days without eating. It is because your stomach now is shrinking, is becoming even smaller. I think I've said this in a previous video that before we never used to eat anything. Our food was energy, pure essence of energy, the first class of energy. That was our food. Look at trees. Trees have souls. Trees are God. That is why usually when you talk and communicate to the tree, you get the information that you need. So you and I are like trees, right? The difference is we can make such reaction and actions. You get what I'm saying? So when you grow your hair, you're activating that tree mode within you. Look at trees. The only thing that trees require to live They have to be grounded, first of all. You like taking off your shoes. That's you being grounded like the trees, right? Number two, they're getting energy. They're getting the energy from the sun. You get what I'm saying? That's how they get sustained. That's their food source. And that is something which you have to take into consideration, that whenever you're eating food, you're chewing everything and let it be in your stomach. It's just a program fooling you to think that there's something inside here. But all that you're taking from that food is just energy. The rest of it just burdens you and makes you even more sick, especially if it's not food that is proper for your digestive system. So that's what this is all about. You get what I'm saying? And the last thing that the trees need for them to grow, actually is not even all the time. It's once in a while. As water, those particles, the ending particles of connection. So it's like three things. Every three step, there's a creation. So it's the ground being grounded. You being grounded as well as the trees, as the roots, because that's how your roots are actually connecting you with the nature on the ground. Number two, having the energy from the sun. You doing your sun gazing, getting fulfilled. Number three, drinking water to take away all the thirst, such to survive and be on that energetic mode, vibration. Three things, three aspects that you need to sustain your life. So we are slowly going back to that nature, whereby people won't actually feel like eating anything. And besides the fact that there's going to be a time whereby we are actually moving to a cashless society, it's going to happen. There'll be people which they don't want to take, I don't want to say this the last time they banned my video for it, but when they don't take the juice, you won't be able to access that food in that store. You have to be part of that mark. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why your body is lighting up in that way is because you are part of the 144,000 people. Your system has changed. Your DNA is changing, and you need to allow it. Don't force yourself to eat. If you feel like you don't want to eat the whole day, even if you can just eat an apple, it's okay. Don't force yourself. You need to listen and pay attention to what your body is telling you to do. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. Right now, there are people who are not eating at all for like years and years and years. What sustains them is the energy, the first class of energy, and the water, and staying grounded on the ground, walking with barefoot. That is so much energetic field that could take you in a higher state of your consciousness, man. And that's a whole beauty aspect of it. So I'm just advising you guys that if you were to be here, man, you're gonna see this candle like it's lighting even higher. The flame of it is going even higher, man, because my energy is like picking up into this like the flame of it is even actually going higher. Just that now when I put it here, it doesn't reflect that way. However, the candle is just resonating higher and higher and higher, because I'm speaking purity. I'm speaking the essence of love and light. So yeah, man, I don't want to make this video very long. Please make sure that you keep on doing everything that I told you. Do your meditations and concentrate to change your diet. Eat once a day, man. Like the best times which you can eat, you can just let your rest of your 95% of your body keep on rejuvenating itself. Then 5% of it just eat that one powerful nutritional meal. If you can eat like once a day, that full meal, and then throughout the whole day, just eat your fruits, man. Just get your apple, your grapes, your bananas, your oranges. Have those fruits, man. Have an alkaline diet. I am telling you, man, the times are no longer the same. We're not going back where we're coming from on the systematical plane, but we are going back on the natural state. And that's how I want you to resonate. Higher than anything else in this plane, man. Cheers. Love and light. I love you so much, guys. I wish you all the best in the light years. Know this in your mind. Carbon beings, aka black people, melanin, people of color. You are immortal. You are about to activate your physical immortality. Right? You are eternal. Stop celebrating your birthday. It's making you age. You get what I'm saying? Age does not exist. Do you want me to tell how old I am? I don't want to scare you guys, but you want me to tell you how old I am? You want me to tell how old I am and how many, like, I'm more than 10,000 billion, bro. 10,000 billion years. More than that. It's crazy, huh? But it is what it is. It's the truth. 10,000 billion years, man. Light years. Light years. Billion light years. Me existing here. I don't even want to talk about outside of this existence. And that connects us all as a people of color. And let's not shame people who are resonating on a low vibration. We are all in this one state. If we fail, let me tell you something. No matter how much I've changed people's lives and made a lot of people to resonate high, but if the specific number fails to resonate high, then it is my fault and everybody else that's been raising other people's vibration. So it's not about shaming people who are off a low vibration. Hence, we have to encourage them that they need to take things slow. Don't rush into it. Take your time. Resonate high. You understand? Because we're all in this together. If things does not happen in the way that it should actually happen, I also failed. No matter how hard you've changed people's lives, we all fail in the collective conscious, because either way, you're going to go back again. And that's something that we don't want to actually experience. So let's resonate higher and activate our eternal self. Love and light. I love you so much, guys. Peace. Mwah!